Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight of the evening is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds, all for the Tuff-N-Uff Women's Strawweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, with a record of 7 wins and 6 losses, fighting out of Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada, Cheyanne, the Warrior Princess Vlismas. Her opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses, fighting out of 4-7 Training Center, Orem, Utah. Here is Bridgette Nielson. Your referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Mark Smith.
All right, ladies, you got your instructions earlier. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Cheyanne Vlismas versus Bridgette Nielson. The winner claims Tuff-N-Uff's women's 115-pound belt. The fighters, as you see in the black trunks, black top for Vlismas, camouflage top for Nielson.
Ready? Bridgette, ready? Fight's on.
Round number 1.
Vlismas cracks. I'm telling you, she cracks. I've seen her in the gym. She is a beast. She can
sharp
throw.
striking
Yeah,
too, though.
absolutely.
Sharp. She was poised. She put her combos together.
She works a ton with Ray Cepho.
And actually, you can see in the corner of Vlismas is the 6-time world kickboxing champion, Ray Cepho.
Good turn from Vlismas.
Yeah, I think the key for Bridgette Nielson is definitely not to stand around at range with Cheyanne. She can throw some nice, beautiful straight punches, and they're very accurate. She's done a good job closing the distance. She's going to try to make Cheyanne grapple with her.
The pre-fight discussion, Mark Smith very aware, very considerate of the fact that Nielson is hearing impaired. So you're going to see a lot more physicality out of Mark Smith.
He's going to have to put his hands on Bridgette if he wants to give her instructions or get her to stop or get her to do anything, because she can't verbally hear him.
Short right hands on the inside from Nielson.
Cheyanne with the overhook, trying to force Bridgette's head down, get her out of position where she might be able to land a knee, and Bridgette not having any of it. She's stuck to her. Looking to pull the leg out. Cheyanne with her back, almost armbar attempt.
Now looking for the armbar to finish.
And there's the armbar.
That
She's
is
got
tight.
it. Very close.
Arm is bent right
very,
now.
very close.
Great defense from Nielson. She
Nielson
bent her
has
arm at the transition. You can see it bent in there right now.
Turned her thumb.
Turned her
rolled
thumb
with it.
And once she got on top, she immediately stacked down. Once you stack down on your opponent, you relieve all the pressure on the armbar. From here, she just needs to slowly yank that arm out.
Mark Smith just came in. You can grab your own gloves. You can't grab your opponent's gloves. That's why Smith just moved in. To your point, absolutely. Stacking, taking the pressure off, because Vlismas went belly down, and that was tight and straight.
Cheyanne needs something drastic here. Hook a leg and really kind of get Bridgette Nielson to roll over so she can attempt to stretch that arm out.
Still armbar danger for Bridgette Nielson. Closing stages, round number 1. A half minute to the bell. See the bite with the legs now.
Randy, if you're this deep on the armbar, but your opponent is stacking you like this, do you keep fighting for it? Do you transition to a sweep, some other technique here where you might be able to retain, lose the submission, but retain your position?
I definitely think she needs to work on hooking that leg and creating that rolling sweep, which will put her back in position to get the armbar.
Nielson still defending on the armbar attempt, a tenacious armbar attempt from Cheyanne Vlismas. Stop! The escape, and there is the bell.
And there you see Mark Smith actually physically grabbing hold of Bridgette Nielson to let her know the bell had rung. Interesting round, close round. I thought it was a very interesting round, a close round. A couple of really nice straight shots from Cheyanne early, and then Bridgette doing a great job to close the distance, to keep her hands on there. Cheyanne happened to shift gears and go to a big submission attempt. Almost has her back, transitions to the submission, to the armbar. very close to having that arm bar. Just the wrong angle. The fence almost prevented her from getting in the position she needed to be in. But savvy Bridgette Nielson, stacking, keeping her out of that position. Here we go, round 2.
Cheyanne Vlismas, 7-6-1 versus 3-3. Bridgette Nielson, at stake Tuff-N-Uff's women's strawweight belt.
Framing, Cheyanne framing, trying to keep Nielson off of her. Create some space if she can.
I like the forearm into the throat, into the neck from Vlismas.
That's the framing I'm talking about. She's framing her out, trying to create a little space.
Perfectly legal and so effective on the inside.
Absolutely.
Heavy pressure standing from Nielson.
Nielson with her hands locked now. She's going to try to body lock and put Cheyanne back on the bottom here, back on the ground.
Looking for the throw as Nielson.
Now Cheyanne reverses the position.
That was slick.
Duck under.
And again, seeing her try to create space to where she can strike. She is a very, very good striker. She's long. She's got to try and keep her range, keep Nielson out here at the end of her punches. Nielson not having any of it. She does not want to be out there.
In this kind of cage, the size of the cage definitely favors this grappler who wants to press it against the cage. Because once you get a little distance to start opening up with your hands, if they bull rush you 2 steps back and your back is against the fence.
You run out of room very, very quickly. It's like fighting in a phone booth.
And that's where you need quick angles. Pivoting, spin-offs, adjusting, just right before you hit that, your back against that
Again,
fence.
Cheyanne framing, trying to take Nielson's back here.
Looking for the standing rear naked choke to finish Cheyanne Vlismas.
She's a little out of position. She needs to
adjust.
secure an anchor so that she can really secure this back position.
And there she goes.
Trying to go for the neck.
Full body weight of Vlismas being carried by Nielson.
Now she's got the anchor with that wrist. She secured herself on that back.
A lot of time remaining as you see round number 2, a full 60 seconds to go.
And there Cheyanne puts her feet back on the floor. She's got good position with that 2-on-1 wrist ride. It'll be tough for Nielson to get out of this position. Knees to the thighs.
Those are big knees now landing from Vlismas.
There's the, oh, almost a takedown. Yep. Smothered her punch there. Nielson coming right back at her. Does not want to be out at range with Cheyanne in this fight.
Nielson driving forward, staying close to your point, Randy, and to the inside.
Cheyanne doing a really nice job at changing some of these positions and that forward energy of Nielson. She's going to slip out again and come out behind Nielson again almost, it looks like.
She's got to clear that left leg of Nielson.
Very even fight thus far. Cheyanne Vlismas versus Bridgette Nielson.
There's the takedown by Cheyanne. And nice ground and pound work.
That could have won
The
Vlismas
round,
the
that
round.
could have swung a very close round. It could have swung the round for Cheyanne. The first round was very close too. With a couple of nice cracks early by Cheyanne, but Bridgette Nielson coming forward. Cheyanne savvy, slipping, getting her back, going for the armbar in the first round. Very, very close, difficult fight for these judges to score.
6 minutes complete. We're headed to the third and final round. I can't believe she's only 7-6-1. Did she not that
She
good
has
early?
she has a pro style. I mean, look at she's a striker.
right.
In this cage, this
Yeah.
is not. You put her in a UFC cage.
Yeah.
36 by 36, and she's pivoting, she's backing up, circle out, This just isn't. This isn't an environment that favors a crisp striker.
But I tell you what, that being said, I'm impressed with the things she's been doing
She's
to keep
escaping, reversing.
escaping the clinch positions that she changes and makes to her advantage. She's done a really, really good job.
I've got it 2-0 Vlismas, but
I have to agree, but very close rounds and tough to judge. And when it's that close, you never know sometimes what the judges are going to come out with.
Start of the third and final round. At stake, Tuff-N-Uff's women's 115-pound
big
belt.
right hand. She set that up nice. Faked the little jab, came with the straight right hand right on the button.
and see, here's the problem with the size of the cage for a striker like that is you open up with one combo and in 2 steps back, you're touching the fence.
And I don't know if I like the kick. You're posted on 1 foot. There's no way you could even change direction or angle. You run right into the fence. I think she's better off using that crisp striking with her hands.
And what she started off doing, she'd circle, 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 plant, one punch, move again.
Yep.
And when you're like that, your opponent stays offset. They can't really gauge and track you. And you, as long as you keep it one strike
Nice
at a time.
knee by Cheyanne, working hard to clear and get some more distance. But Bridgette Nielson, she knows she does not want to be out there taking those shots.
I like the foot stomps. You see Nielsen going with the foot stomps.
A lot of foot stomps.
Be a pedicure in her future.
Nielsen staying tight, giving Vlismas no space.
You see Vlismas getting that referee breaking the action.
Okay.
Restart from Mark Smith.
Well, I think Vlismas is happy about that. Cheyanne certainly doesn't mind being separated here. There, ooh, almost a knee to the, using the jab. Ooh, big right hand again.
Short right hand then on the inside from Vlismas.
And there,
big right
again,
hand.
trying to keep that distance, keep her out at arm's length and measure those shots. Nielsen's smart, she knows exactly where she needs to be in this fight.
And you hear the corner of Vlismas, Ray Sefo screaming, stay focused, stay focused.
Again, framing her out. You can't go without your head. She frames that head out, gives her that space.
Crisp combination there from Vlismas. Nielsen walks through the knee, back to the inside. This is really becoming a fight about range and distance.
Absolutely.
If you see that right leg of Vlismas, every time it gets positioned, every time it starts sliding around the left leg of Nielsen, that's when Vlismas is able to escape. That's when she's able to reverse, take her back, or get a takedown, or circle back out to the center of the cage.
In Greco, we call that the danger zone. Nielsen doing a great job stepping in the middle, controlling that danger zone, and effectively trapping Vlismas' hips for the most part.
Not to be confused with Kenny Loggins.
One hook in now standing. Vlismas looking for the takedown.
Nice knees to the thigh again. Just finding any way she can to make it tough on Bridgette Nielsen.
20 seconds remaining, third and final round. Look away punch from Nielsen. Again, the foot stomping once more.
Again, jumps up, two hooks.
Pushing off of the cage for leverage and looking for the standing rear naked choke. Big shots. Nielsen turns correctly right back to the inside, escapes submission danger, and that is the end of a really competitive fight.
Very, very good fight.
Cheyanne Vlismas and Bridgette Nielson going the distance. The great Randy Couture holding the title belt that will go to either Cheyanne Vlismas or Bridgette Nielson. This was a fight of range and distance. In that middle range, it was all Cheyanne Vlismas. Clean, effective, straight strikes. On the inside, this belonged to Bridgette Nielson. Very tight, very sticky. In submission danger, closing stages of round number one. Vlismas attacking with the armbar. Nielsen doing a great job of keeping her composure. Again, you see Nielsen coming to the inside, but countering Vlismas, who couldn't land strikes, going to her submission game. Hard takedown hit there. Nielsen, though, very competitive on the inside, walking through strikes to do just that. Close the distance, close the gap. Vlismas continually threatening with submissions. Nielsen continually fighting a rugged bout on the inside. Time now to end all suspense as we learn the winner of this new championship with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a 3-round war, we go to the judges' scorecard. All three judges scored the bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision and new Tuff-N-Uff Women's Strawweight Champion, Cheyanne Warrior Princess Vlismas.
Big star power behind Cheyanne Vlismas. Randy Couture and Ray Sefo. Great sportsmanship between Vlismas and Nielsen. We are set with Joey Varner.
Cheyanne, congratulations on the victory. It was a back and forth, grueling, brutal affair. When that third round finally ended, How confident were you that you did enough to get the decision?
I was so confident. I told Randy during the fight, that belt's mine. So I was pretty confident.
Coming out to this fight, it seemed like you were the striker. You wanted to create space, let your hands go. She did a great job of closing that down and forcing you to the cage, making the cage fight. What adjustments did you have to make as she forced you against the cage?
She was very strong up against the cage, and my game plan when I couldn't turn her was she's not doing anything, so, you know, tire her out and let my hands fly when we let go. So.
In that third round, you were able to keep some space, you started picking her apart, and once she bull rushed you to the cage, your corner man, 6-time kickboxing champion Ray Seffel, started calling out, focus, focus. What was he referring to? What would he want to focus on, and what did he want you to do in those situations?
I was a little stubborn, and I went for takedowns, I went for arm bars, and, you know, I'm probably going to get yelled at after this for that, but I won, so don't be mad. So, I did the best I could. She was very strong, and I want everyone to thank Bridgette Nielson. She took this fight 2.5 week notice, and she doesn't even fight 115, so thank you so much, Bridgette, and if everyone could, you know, give her a round of applause. You know, she had a hard weight cut, so I appreciate her very much for coming in and fighting.
Spoken like a true champion. Congratulations once again on your victory.
Thank you so much. And, you know, thank you, Tuff-N-Uff. It's a very historical month. Randy, I fight under your gym name, and it's an honor to fight for you, for the troops. So thank you.
I don't think anyone's yelling at Cheyanne Vlismas. I think they'll be cheering that performance. Now, 8 victories for Cheyanne Vlismas. That was the biggest of her life. By way of unanimous decision, she defeats Bridgette Nielson to claim Tuff-N-Uff's women's strawweight title.